I'm not really too. I don't really care about my
No,
acne.
I care. Okay.
My acne is not bad, right?
Let's see.
All right, man.
Hey, the lighting isn't as intense, man,
Is it not?
as last week. I remember
Uh,
it was like hella blue last week. It was like
really?
Avatar, man. It reminded me of the Avatar, the Way of the Water. That's how blue it was last week.
Yeah, it was. I saw the thing too.
Yeah. But hey, man, welcome to another episode of the Make It Rain podcast, where we stream live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm your host, Peter Yang, and this is.
Hey, this is Frankie Mary Yang. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live everywhere.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully y'all days are good. Peter, man, how's your day been? How's your week been?
Just quick, because like it was a bunch of catching up with like the video editing and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
so that went by real quick. It was just edit, and then yesterday I uploaded some stuff and I scheduled some stuff, and then now I gotta today I'm gonna have to upload shit onto my phone so that way I can post more consistently. Um, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you honestly, the drop ship stuff slowed me down significantly because it was 2 weeks of just my attention on drop shipping, and then I was rethinking you know to myself that all that time taken away from what we're trying to do right with Make It Rain, and it was me selling out to myself, right? Because I was just doing the drop ship for the quick money, right? Or my idea was that I was just gonna make that quick buck and not really put my heart and soul into it, and then you know that effort and time took me away from what I really want to do. What I am passionate about, which is what we're doing, with this brand. And so I've decided to drop that, unsubscribe to all the shit that I was subscribed to, and I'm just gonna go 100% on this. And that's what I wanted to tell you a few days ago, but I thought I'd save it for this, man. It's just
I was gonna go with drop shipping with you, man.
nah. Well, I just don't have that mental capacity to efficiently work, enough to where I can be, productive, extremely productive in two different avenues. I have to put my whole being into this if I really want to see it succeed in the way that we imagine it. So
That's that's fair, dude. I swear, I've been thinking about that too lately. Been shooting a lot. Actually, I have 3 new videos up, but I haven't shared it with you.
okay.
That's why you subscribe to the Patreon, sponsored by our Patreon.
Sponsored by Patreon.
Uh,
That's cool.
that's good. That's great, man. Focusing on one part, and especially having a job too, because that's technically takes up some time in your space. So it's good to manage it correctly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was actually thinking about doing the drop shipping too. I know it's gonna take a lot of time out of my hand, so I was kind of unsure about it. I mean, this pressure washing business already
Blast
is
Pro.
what does it kind of sound like? Blast Pro,
Oh, Bass Pro
Bang,
Shop. Oh,
Bang Bros.
oh. That's what you think. My initial thought was blast, like skeet skeet,
uh,
but
uh,
I was like, nah, I don't think Frankie's going for that. I think he was trying to
that's funny.
Bass Pro Shop, but no,
Uh,
the first thought
I
was
went
correct.
there. I went there. I went there.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's great to manage your time.
yeah.
That's really important.
There's a
Yeah,
Chinese
dude.
proverb. It goes like this. It says, "The man who chases two rabbits ends up with none." So I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chase this rabbit, and then I'm gonna, you know, send it to the moon.
catch a rabbit, eat that rabbit, and then get a meal out of it, and then we chase the next one.
Yeah.
That's true, man. So I've been contemplating on editing videos. I'm like, man, like, when am I gonna edit these videos? I'm so serious, man. I
Yeah,
have it uploaded.
I know what you're talking about.
Uh, I've rough cut it. I'm like, man, I gotta finish these videos. So I made a commitment. I'm gonna finish the videos
Tight.
tonight.
Oh, tight. Okay, cool. How many videos?
I,
How many projects you got?
I got three.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
three, and then I have a
Damn.
homegirl that has two of the videos that I wanted to kind of mess around with AI.
Oh
So
shit.
that's gonna be fun.
Cool. Hey, so
But yeah,
before
man.
before we went live, you said you wanted to talk about something. You're like, should I save
Yeah, I
it
don't know.
for
I
the?
don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like appropriate to talk about it. To be honest, you remember last week when I told you I had to go find some clients for
Oh yeah. Was that after the
yeah,
show? I
yeah.
think that was after the show.
Yeah. It was after the
Yeah,
show.
don't self-incriminate yourself. We'll save that. We'll save that for after the show again.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think it was after the show or was
Yeah, it wasn't during live, dude. It wasn't. I remember. I remember.
yeah. So I almost recruited
Oh, okay.
uh
Almost.
a chick. But round two is today. After today,
Oh, sweet.
that's
Okay.
round two.
Cool, dude. Sounds good.
So I'm pretty excited
Awesome.
to test out that theory. But yeah, man, my week's been good. Thanks for asking. Um, lots of just working, dude. Working, putting my head down to work. So and the rent's coming up. Rent's tomorrow, so gotta pay rent, dog.
Yeah.
Rent's to do.
Hey, hey, what my mentor in the past, he mentioned that, uh, for success, right? Rent's due all the time, you know, so you have to pay rent for your success.
That's
And then,
that's good mindset, man.
oh yeah, dude, the cost of being successful is whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? And rent is due. I was like, man, I'm not cut out for this. I was like, man, I want to play my games, dude. Fuck.
Oh, dude, man, that's so true, dude. I started to move differently like that
Yeah,
and be more urgent with it. And like,
yeah,
honestly, man, you move a lot faster. You move a lot faster, a lot quicker. Um, what really helped me was the showers, the cold showers, dude. I still do the push-ups, man. I'm at 65 now. I moved up to 65 instead of 60.
okay,
Um, hopefully I'm gonna move up to 70 soon. But yeah, man, exercise. I think exercise is great. I'm gonna do my run tomorrow. I did my run last week. I'm gonna do my run again this week. Um, dude, running, man. I went back to running again, and it's so awesome, dude. It takes
nice.
so much stress out of you.
That's good.
Uh, clear mind. It's awesome. I don't know why people don't run enough. Like I wish I could run every day, but I'm just so busy.
Yeah,
So I'll run whenever I'm off. So pretty excited for tomorrow's run, man.
good shit, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it, man. You know what I'm saying? Your muscles are starting deteriorating, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But yeah, you want to go ahead and get to today's segment?
all right, let's do this.
All right, cool.
Starting with
Man,
the first
I'm
video.
lagging a little bit. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's do it. Oh, dude, one of our fans hit me up like 2 days ago, and he knows you.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Do you know Keith Weston?
Keith. Oh, Keith Weston. Yeah, I think you probably met him
Yeah,
once, maybe in Tulsa, like
yeah. We actually
years
talked
ago.
about that. We talked about it.
Years
Yeah. He
ago.
said
Yeah.
that he brought us around round shots. Yeah.
Awesome. He's cool, man. I think he moved out of Tulsa, got married. I don't know what he's doing now, but That's the last time I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Portland, Oregon right now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I was like, man, his face looks so familiar.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'm friends with Peter,
Yeah.
and yeah, we met at a bar and I bought you guys shots. I'm like, oh shoot, that's cool, man. And I remember him commenting on one of our videos one time too. I was like, oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
completely remember you, man. So hit me up. We kind of had a nice chat online. So shout out to you, Keith. Shout out. And but yeah, man, I just wanted to mention that.
Cool.
Uh,
All right, here we go.
let's go for it.
Blake, what are you doing here?
Are you home?
I'm not home. Brayden is.
Okay.
What's wrong?
You have my dad's phone number?
You what?
You have my dad's phone number?
I don't. What's wrong?
Jay shot himself.
What?
Jay shot himself.
Where's your mom?
She's at home with all the police right now.
Oh my god, go inside. Type in the code 041.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk me through that. So his brother shot him, like suicide.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, his brother committed suicide,
Wow.
and younger brother witnessed it and came to the neighbors and cried for help.
Damn, bro. That's wild, dude.
That's fucking tough, bro. That's tough.
That's traumatic, man. My God, dude. Like for a kid to witness something like that, or to be close enough to somebody who's done that. Dude, fucking, that's crazy, dude. Why'd you chose that video, man? That's what I want to know. Why, of all the videos in the internet, you chose that one?
Because we're gonna end today's podcast with June's men's mental health.
Okay.
We're gonna end it with that video. That's why.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
it's so important, man, to know that, like, even to not do that. I mean, it sucks to have a younger brother to even go through that trauma. It's gonna be it's gonna change his life forever, dude. And it's
Oh, that's so tough. Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, I don't know how I feel exactly. I do have some sympathy for the kid.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. My cousin himself, he had a twin, and he decided to take his life, and that was
Oh, damn.
over a girl that was so unnecessary, man. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, be careful. You know, and don't let heartbreaks or just anything depression get in your way, man. You remember to exercise, and not even that, man. Exercise is proven to cure depression. So movement, weights will cure your depression.
Yeah.
Will
That's
cure
true.
your heartbreak.
Scientifically proven. Like your muscle
Yeah.
excrete some kind of chemical into your bloodstream, and it will
Yep.
will kind of correct all that.
Yep. So if you are feeling depressed or any kind of way, any of those kind of thoughts, exercise, go take a walk, take a run. It's gonna help. It's gonna help.
Cool, man.
Reach out to somebody, talk to someone.
That's the wild thing too, right? It's like when you're kind of in that mental state. I saw a movie recently. It was Hugh Jackman and his kid and stuff like that. But like what the ending of that movie is very like true to people who are going through the motion, right? It's like they kind of seem normal and happy, and then
Right.
I mean, you would never expect it to happen, just because they just seem so themselves. And so I don't know, man. It's tough to kind of try to seek right, or from someone who loves, you know, the person who's kind of going through it right now. It's just kind of hard to tell and know what to do. And I think like therapy is great in that aspect. But just, you know, maybe we should Google up like like how to see signs of people going through it, you know. But it's tough.
You know
is
what it
I'm
is
saying.
too. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of dudes, they don't want to reach out because of weakness. It shows weakness. It shows vulnerability, and they don't want to show that kind of
Oh yeah,
weakness.
oh yeah, man.
So that's why it's so important for us guys to just gather up in the MIR Discord and talk about it, man. Rent it out. We have a venting page,
Oh yeah,
so
dude.
you can vent.
I'm hella spamming the venting page, man. I got a lot of vent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
It's like
I love
98% of it is me.
the 2% is us liking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man. Come on there, man. Just come talk to us, guys. If you guys feel that you guys need to talk to somebody, vent things out, come talk to us.
Man, you know, I really like that message because it's one of my videos too. Man, it's almost as if
Okay.
we're like brothers or something, you know? Like we read each other's minds.
Great minds think alike.
Hey, there you go. All right,
You
next
hear
on
that coming up.
moving on to the next video, brother.
All right, bro.
Okay, what's this?
I'll stop the yacht. Constant cries for help. I can see from the little guy's eyes that he is very worried. Visitors also realized that the killer whale was asking for help. He reaches out to calm the killer whale and had his partner call the animal rescue team. Rescue teams arrived soon after, seeing humans coming to help. The killer whale looks excited, began a non-stop procession around the rescue boat. After they swim a few laps, they headed for the sea ahead. The rescuers immediately understood. Close behind the killer whale, just after passing through the cave, the young killer whale finally stopped, found not far from the sea. Go see what's going on, only to find his tail tangled in a fishing net. Can't move at all? Two baby killer whales are also wailing in pain. Turns out the little guy wants humans to save his mother. That's why baby killer whales intercept the yacht. The rescuers were moved by the scene, decided to help the mother killer whale regain her freedom as soon as possible. With everyone working together, and the mother killer whale is very cooperative, understood that humans were helping it. The rescuers took out scissors. One cut the rope. Now the mother killer whale is finally free, began to swim forward without stopping. The baby killer whale sees its mother out of danger, excited to make a happy sound, as if to thank people for saving their lives. And just then, suddenly another pod of killer whales appeared on the surface, with their uniform movements, to escort the rescue team, to express gratitude for human assistance. Seeing this heartwarming sight, everyone said it was worth it. But then the mother killer whale swam back, with a manta ray in his mouth to give to the rescue team. Finally, the rescue team was
Fucked up
safely
manta
brought
ray.
to the shore. As the sun sets, the baby killer whale are reluctant to part. The back of the leaving, team members say, it was the most beautiful sight he had ever seen in his life.
Oh man, you know killer whales. They call it killer whales for a reason, man. They will fuck you up.
Yeah. Orcas, man, they're fucking geniuses, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. They will fuck up sharks, dude. They fuck up whales, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was waiting for that last part to say, and then the whales came and and jumped out of the water and bit them or some shit like that. I was like, man, I'm waiting
Right.
for it, man. Oh shit.
Have you seen one in real life?
I have not. No.
Dude, it's overwhelming, dude.
Oh yeah. Cool.
I saw one at SeaWorld, and but they're fucking huge. It's just so unreal
Oh yeah, dude.
seeing one in front of your face.
Yeah.
Anyways, that message was these animals are getting smarter, and we humans are getting dumber. So we're gonna eventually die and get killed from these killer whales from them
Yeah.
baiting us. So that's the message here.
Oh yeah, dude. Once the ice cap melts, water level rises. They're gonna get closer on land. They're gonna fuck us up.
We're fucked, dude. We're fucked. Bye bye.
Oh shit, dude. The new top of the chain, top of the food chain, the orcas.
Dude, orcas are smart, man. They're geniuses, so they can fuck people up.
It's a good thing we're not water animals, man. Man, can you
Dude,
imagine
that's
that?
one of my biggest fear, dude. Is just to be stuck in the ocean, bro.
Oh,
In the middle of the
no.
ocean, bro.
No, that's one of the wildest things, man. Like the ocean, like you know, when I went to Cancun, right? You know, we're just kind of like right off of, you know, right on the shore, and then just looking out, it's just the ocean. That's it. There's no other land,
Yeah.
nothing, dude. It's just waves, and then it's beautiful. But then just thinking, man, if I was out there, dude, I am fucked, dude.
Yeah, man. I can't I can't sail off the sea and just kind of like just thinking about seeing no land. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's scary, man. It's a scary thought.
Yeah, I remember. Was it when I was a little kid? We would play by a lake, like at this park there's a lake, and then there's this tree branch that just kind of hang over the lake, and I would climb it, and I would just look down, and I'm just thinking about all these things that'll fuck me up, and then and then like the water level is only like up to my knee. But I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh man, there's an octopus in there. It's gonna fuck me up. There's this and that. About to. Oh man, don't fuck with nature, man. Nature will.
Is there a movie that messed it up for you?
Nah, it's just anxiety. That's what that's what it is.
Uh, there was this I think it was The Ring or one of the horror movies that there was like a ghost in the underwater indoor pool
Yeah,
in like the dark shallow, and like that movie ruined indoor pools for me, man. Especially when I'm alone.
yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that at all, dude.
That's hilarious.
Something about indoor pools too, man. I don't trust it.
Hey man,
It's weird, man.
bodies of water belong outside. All right, let's do the. Hey, why did you choose that video, by the way?
I chose that video because I thought it was kind of unique, man. Kind of show a little bit of humanity and show how smart these animals are becoming, and really how dumb we humans are gonna be. And next thing you know, there's gonna be an orca attack.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
serious, man. It's gonna be some
That's the
well,
future.
soon.
That's the future.
We humans.
Okay.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. Yeah, I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. And I think that's our challenge as people. Is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
Wow, that's real good.
Well, how do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about that statement?
Well, I feel like that song fucking interrupted that ending piece.
Yeah, that's all. That's
So
all.
if you guys, are editing these,
Yeah.
fucking, great videos, make sure the background music is in the fucking background. First of all, but that was a good one, man. Like, cause like, that's often what I think about, in terms of legacy, right? What you leave behind, what's more important than what you leave behind is what you leave in them, right? And that's like the knowledge to make their own money. That's how you create generational wealth. It's not how much money, how much things, how much, those matter too, but it matters more, can they self-sustain themselves, right? Can they uphold a house, can they raise a family, and can they, teach that to their, kids and stuff like that. So that's what I think about when I think about legacy, and in the same way, greatness, right, is a trend of, or how Kobe, explains it, it's a trend of inspiring greatness in others, right, to continue to, inspire greatness in others. So I think it's cool, man. That's
Yeah, man,
Mamba, dude.
that's real deep.
Mamba
That's
mentality,
true, man.
man.
I was thinking about like people around me that inspires me. I'm like a good example. You dude, you inspire me, bro. You work hard. You're a good dad. you try to make time for your kids and work and maintain and try to progress your legacy. That's cool. That's dope, and that's morals that I strongly hold aside with you. You know what I mean? Like shit, that's cool. Like um, it puts me on my toes too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get on my toes and figure it out too. And I also looked at my other friends too, man.
I
If they
appreciate
ain't
I
if they
appreciate
ain't
that, man.
on that level, oh no problem, man.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man. I looked at the other friends too, man. I'm like, man, are they inspiring me? Are they doing the work too, or am I just dragging them along because I don't have any other friends? And truth is, dude, it's one or the other, man. One or the other, dog. Sometimes I'm dragging. I feel like I'm dragging. Sometimes I feel like I don't, but I feel like I shouldn't be too picky about it too. Um, but yeah,
That's cool, man. You
it's
know,
weird how it works, man.
there's a video. I'll probably show it the next time, next week's episode. But video where, or I'll just explain it now. Yeah, there's an interview with I think Snoop Dogg and another young rapper. I forget, but he was saying that like how he came up in the business, right, or in the rap game. Like he was growing, right. Snoop Dogg was growing, and he wanted to so much bring his homies on along with him, right. And then he would buy everything, coach them, mentor them, and everything, but they just wouldn't grow with him, right. And he explains that he calls it the gap, right. Is that when you grow, right, in order to close that gap with your previous friends or family, right, the gap is closed either by you coming down to their level or by them coming up to your level, and then so that's why he explains more thoroughly about other stuff, but that kind of reminds me of what you're doing, and kind of Kobe's message of inspiring greatness. Is to you'll inspire some people, and you won't inspire everybody, unfortunately.
That's true, man. That's facts. It is what it is. We'll keep on continuing and find something, man.
Dude, there's
As long as we
so
keep on
like
going.
the CEO of the insurance company I work with, right? He said that in one of these conferences, he's like, what motivated him when he was a conversation he had with his mentor, and he said, on your gravestone it'll either say dud or stud. I was like, damn. I was like, hell yeah, dog. Shit, this my gravestone's gonna say stud, cuz shit. Man, that's so moving, dude.
Doug or Stud.
Yeah, you either a dud or a stud. Okay. Our next segment, something new that I was gonna do if you didn't make it on time, was kind of go through some Reddit articles. I don't know how thorough you
Let's go for it.
navigate through these articles, but every now and then I like to try to find something interesting. Okay, let me know if you can see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, you want to check chat first before we move on?
Yeah, we're good.
Your personal page should probably have more active viewers and commenters.
We're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool, man. If anybody watching,
All right, cool.
make sure you comment in the section below what you think about mental health, how you feel about mental health, and how's your mental health. Okay, so this article, right? Girl ghosted after we slept together on the first date. So I took a Hinge girl out on a date last week. It went really well, and we slept together on the first date. She said she really liked my company, wanted to see me again, and didn't want me to ghost her. So after that, we texted back and forth, made small talk, and scheduled a second date 5 days later. She seemed enthusiastic over text, Day of the second date comes and she ghosts. No response. I'm trying to understand what I did wrong here. Did I move too quickly? Was I too enthusiastic? I don't understand what went wrong. Can this still be salvaged? If not, how can I prevent this in the future? Brother.
You can't prevent that, dude. Because it's not him, it's her. That's the problem here, man. Because he's saying that as if he's the problem, and that's not the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is, it's her. She's the problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because you know, you could have just been a rebound, and her ex could have just came by and fucked her that day, and then she could be, oh my god, I don't want this one anymore.
A change of heart.
Or she, yeah, easily, man. So it's not him, it's her. So that's the truth.
Man, heart sounds so heartbroken, man, you know. Like he seemed interested, man, and it's just she just leave him in the dust. Leave him. Yeah, I agree 100% with you, man. It's just like, you know, people fail to communicate. Unfortunately, this is the time that we live in where people don't feel obligated to communicate. Hey, I'm not interested, or hey, you know. So that's the game you're playing.
Yeah, that's true, man. You cannot do anything wrong here, man. If you're a simp, you're a simp. If she likes you, she likes you. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Well, it's not
That's
even
the truth,
that,
man.
you know. Like this dude seems like a decent person, right? He seemed like he give off good energy. That's why she was feeling him, and then gone, right? You know, it's just like that's how guys are too, right? It's just like we're very simple people. You know, you just tell me what you want, and then I'll fucking give it to you. You know, but if you leave without any explanation, he's just kind of in his thought, and it's like, oh shit, you know.
Right. Yeah, man. It's not his fault, man. It's her fault.
What a
And,
bitch! What a bitch move. That's what I gotta say.
that is a bitch move, though. That is a bitch move. Petty, we super petty.
I have no idea why somebody would do that. Okay, next one.
But he already hit it, though. He already hit it. It's
Yeah.
cool. Move on to the next. He hit it.
Yeah, dude.
That's the truth too, man.
You got something out of it. I hope you didn't get STD.
You know what?
Okay.
The
Next.
new pussy is the best pussy, man.
Oh, that's funny, dog. Okay. Here's this next one, right? So next article. Does it make sense to want to date someone until you figure out nearly everything about their morality and personality to see if it aligns with yours rather than figure that stuff out during dates? Basically, my question is that I see literally everyone say that you should date, you know, to get to know her. But what if I want to know her before I date her? And then say, I think she's the one. Now, we can start dating and just have some more fun and get along because we believe we're compatible enough. I really don't want to date someone who I don't have shared interests, beliefs, and morals in. And I feel like I could figure out that stuff out if we hang out, not dates. Oh, man, this is hard to read, brother. Or if we're in groups, hangouts, or even at parties and we're just talking. I also don't want to risk getting what the fuck? I also don't want to risk getting me or her own heart broken because we tried dating and realized too late that we might not work out. What do you guys think? Has anyone here dated with this kind of mindset? And how did it go? Edit 1. I'd like to add that I do get slight insecurities regarding this kind of stuff, especially because I don't want to risk dating someone, having it not worked out, and then stuff happen like it's too awkward around you. I think we should stop talking completely and not stay friends. Not gonna lie, I know it's super rare, but I'd love to fish the right person the first time. Oh boy. So I don't have to go through any more potential romantic dramas. Edit 2. I don't use dating apps at all, so y'all don't have to comment things about that. Appropriate enough. Thank you. Edit 3. Hey, yo, this blew up. Thanks. Oh, man. What do you got to say to that, brother?
What do you... That's a lot, man. Because I say just go for it. You know what I mean? date the chick, man. Just go ahead and go on dates. I mean, what is the difference between dates and hangouts? Whenever you're hanging out, is
I
that
know
not dating?
that threw me off because he was explaining hanging out, like getting to know, hanging out as friends, right? You know, and then I think like when people think of dating, it's like you know, you're intentionally trying to pursue a person, right? So that's where, like, you know, a few episodes back I talk about, or I shared a video where Steve Harvey says he can't have female friends, you know, is because you're in that mindset,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if you're single, you're in that mindset. But if you honestly, right, treat it as like a 50-50 where they can be a friend and a potential mate, you know, and you're not like a super simp, then you can hang out with people, right? In what he was trying to do. But I think he's kind of, you know, in that middle of being a simp and then saying, hey, I want to score the wifey for lifey, you know, the first time, but not also waste my time, and so I want to feel him out. So he's trying to, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. He's trying to do a balance.
I think this is a finance issue, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. Because like I don't want to date her because I don't want to pay for her meals because you're spending your time regardless
Yeah.
with her, right?
Oh man, like
Dating is like now I have to, you know, obligation to pay for her meals. I got to spend more money on her,
yeah,
you know, buy her gifts and stuff. But you're just hanging out. You're 50-50 everything, right? And hanging out is different. So, man, I think it's a finance issue, bro. And
Wow.
like that's good. That's also
Wow.
good to be aware of it too. You know, if you really want to spend your money on this chick that who knows. But at the end of the day, dude, like try it out, man. As long as you hit it, you good. Like just as long as you hit it, bro. As long as you spend the money and then you get what you want, you hit it, and then after that, if you guys want to continue that relationship, then great, awesome. If you guys don't, then you get heartbroken, man. It is what it is, man. Heartbroken. You can't avoid being heartbroken in this society. Like it's inevitable. It's gonna come no
Well, that's
matter
the
what.
thing.
So if you're always trying to run away from it, it's not gonna work out.
I agree 100%, man. Like that was such a beautifully said answer. I think maybe perhaps, right, it's that heartbroken piece that turns people off, and then
Yeah.
you know it's just one of those things where it's unavoidable because like, right, like I think if you look statistically, I think I think marriages tend to last 5 years before, you know, divorce. I think it was either 5 or 8 years. I forget. But and then the statistic significantly increases, you know, later down the road where eventually, you know, most marriages end in the divorce. So it's kind of like, you know, I think the person's got to have a different mindset about, you know, relationship, because maybe he's a young person thinking, you know, I want it to be, you know, fairy tale story. We meet magically, and then happily ever after. You know, where like you could meet, you know, magically. You go through some shit for the rest of your life. You have kids, and some shit happens here and there. So that's the game of life, man. Is that like you have to be able to roll with the punches. You know, you have to adapt with what life throws at you, and then when you're dealing with another person to, I guess, build a life with, or whatever the fuck you want to do, you have to, you know, I guess, be vulnerable in that aspect too, man.
Yeah, you have to ask yourself if you're able to handle this person. Are you able to actually like put up with her shitty side? Because everyone has a shitty side.
Yeah.
Are you able to put up with it? If you're not, dude, I mean, slowly let go. And if you are able to, then you know you can push through, man. So, but the great thing about dating is that that's the realm of testing out shit, you know. So like, you know, keep on dating, bro. You keep on testing it out. Spend your money, man, um,
Oh yeah, dude.
and not spend your life. So,
I,
spend a couple coins.
I think one of the biggest things too, right, is that that's the school of hard knocks, right? Is that life is gonna teach you some lessons, you know, So during your dating phase, you know, you're dating people, right? You're learning things about other people, and you're learning things about yourself. You know, you're learning what's acceptable, or what you're willing to compromise for somebody, you know, and you're learning what you like too and stuff like that. So I think enjoy the journey, man. You know, life's
Yeah, that's true.
nothing's perfect.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Dating for guys nowadays is like it's just so like
Oh,
new in a way, you know.
especially
It's such a
nowadays, man,
struggle.
when you have social media and you have access, like women have access to so many dudes, you know.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing, you know, for us guys to where like you it's like kind of like hopping in the pool of dicks just waiting to you know penetrate you, you know. So and it that'll make
Hope
more
she picks
sense.
me.
That'll make more sense when I show you my video. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Okay. We'll make this the last one. Literally no idea how to initiate intimacy. Oh no, let's go. Okay, let's go with this article first. Like that. We'll make this the last one. I'm 26-year-old guy. Why is it so hard to get dates on dating apps? Hi there. I would love your guys' opinion. I'm a 26-year-old male. I'm in Queens, looking to date, meet women. I've been on several dating apps with little to no success. With my work schedule, it's hard to meet people. I get a few matches, but no dates. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I could use some advice. Thanks for reading my post. Oh man, what you know about that, brother?
These are the people. These are the people that I aim for. These are my clients, bro. These guys exist and they give me jobs, bro.
That's so funny.
They are the guys that pays premium on the OFs. They will pay and like look at the DMs waiting for you to reply.
Oh shit. Oh
Dude,
shit.
like these guys, I prey on these guys, bro. It
These
sucks, man. But you gotta get off from the mentality of not waiting for the dating apps, or else you'll fall into one of the OF traps. Because like these guys, these are the exact guys that I want in my OF. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dude, it's a real thing. And this guy seems a little bit desperate. I mean, I'm not blaming him for being desperate because I can be desperate at a point. But go to the bar, man. Go find a chick there. That's the best way to go about it, dude. You gotta go. You gotta go out in
gotta
the real
shoot
world.
the shot, man. You miss 100%
Yeah,
of the
dude.
shots you don't shoot, brother.
Yes, sir. That's my best advice, man. Is just go out to the real world and try your shots there. You may get rejected a little harder, but you're gonna need that for the next more rejection that's gonna come your way. So,
Building thick skin.
yeah, man. Dating apps is not gonna help, bro. Cause it's not gonna help. Dating apps is a scam for dudes, bro. So, good luck.
Wow, that's well said right there. That statement right there. It is a scam for dudes, man.
Damn, bro.
That's funny. Cool.
What do you think of it, man?
Shoot. So if
you
you're
try to
right,
be
so if you're if you're on the app, right? If you're stuck to the app, right? You want to do the app. It's all a numbers game, dude. You have to swipe right
Yeah.
on everybody. You have to comment on everything. You have to pay for that premium. Like if you don't pay for that premium subscription, dude, it's gonna be even harder, man. You have to
Yeah.
you have to have great profile pics. You have to word things super nice. You got to be the best version of yourself that doesn't exist yet, you know. So
That's true, man. That's
So
yeah. That's great advice.
that's dating app advice. And then once you score the date, right, that's a whole nother game too, man. So, but
yeah.
I think the more you throw yourself out there, you know, as exhausting as it sounds, that's just the game, right? That's the game for us men, is that you have to do more than the women, in order to, you know, have kids, you know, or
Yeah,
what you could
'cause-
do too, right, is get a passport, go overseas. I'm always pushing
Or
for
lower your
that,
or lower your standards, man.
man.
Lower the standards, dude. Get 300 pounds in your doorway, bro.
300-pound beauty, baby.
Yeah, man. You gotta make sure that she's you gotta train her correctly to work out with you. Let her be the motivation for you and start with her, and she's gonna stick with you, man.
That's funny.
She's gonna be a good girl. She's gonna
Hey,
stick with you, bro.
you know that's a lump of clay for you to mold into whatever you want. Hey,
Yeah, man.
Should never leave you, dog. Should never leave you, cause nobody wants to.
Yeah, that's fucked, but that's true, man. So
Shit, that's so.
up the game. I would up the game, the profile game. Up the pictures, up the description. Even if you don't have a hobby, ask ChatGPT which hobby is the best hobby. Just put that shit on there. Even have ChatGPT personalize your whole profile for you, bro. I mean, that's gonna work better than your own
I agree 100%.
boring task and hobbies. So use ChatGPT. Even have ChatGPT edit your photos for you, man. Just get a picture of your face and then use the AI to just fix the photo for you, bro. And then after that, lower your standards. You gotta get
Start at level 1 first, and then work your way up.
Work way up, man. Yeah. 2 days later, if you get no swipes as well, just go for the lower the standards, man. After lower the standards, I hate to say, man, but you're probably just ugly, dude. I hate to say, man.
And then if that doesn't work, right? Maybe dudes
Go Grindr, man.
Try
Go
Grindr.
Grindr. We want to Grindr, dude. At least you get something.
Try your luck there. You know, it's 2023. You know, it's a new world. Oh shit, that was so good, man. You know, it's crazy because like I remember like on those dating apps, like women or humanity, right? We are all just so visual, you know. Oh my god, I can't tell you the stories.
That's
man.
true, man.
It's just
So I noticed that a lot of my gay friends, bro, they get swipes all the time, man.
okay.
Meeting up random dudes and those disgusting stories of sucking hot dogs, eating hot dogs together.
Sausage
I mean,
fest.
Shit, dude.
Hey man, whatever floats their boats. You know, everybody's different.
Yeah, man. Good luck. Good luck at the dating apps because this you have a very low percentage of being successful, and it's okay, man. It's a numbers game, like Peter says. So
I mean, ultimately, dude, it's being consistent.
Thing number 7 that
Being consistent, like
Yeah,
in the dating game, period, right? Not just dating apps, but if there's like a sea of women, you're gonna get rejected. If you're like the only dude, you're still gonna get rejected. If you're the only
funny.
dude
That's
on
true.
planet Earth, you're still gonna get rejected, right? So you gotta play the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on yourself ultimately, right? Because of this next video. Great transition. So let's go into my segment or the my video segment.
All
I
right.
should say. Right.
let's go for it.
Wow, that works so perfectly. I did not plan that. Check it out.
Women mate across and up success hierarchies, and men mate across and down. The women like men who are about 4 years older, cross-culturally. They like men who manifest signs of success, as well as being handsome and personable and all of that. And the reason for that, as far as I can tell, is that they're looking to equalize the economic disparity that exists because women take a harder hit from sex and pregnancy than men. So they're looking to equalize that. And no wonder they're looking for someone this is for long-term mating, who's competent and generous. Competence would be intelligence, general cognitive ability, and the markers that go along with that. They want conscientiousness or openness, as well as other desirable personality traits.
Jordan Peterson,
That's
dog.
true. Man. I was just listening to his podcast a couple days ago too.
I'll talk
He's
to you.
awesome, man. It's funny 'cause I was gonna send you a Jordan Peterson video too, so I'm glad I did it. That's so true, man. Girls, women are hypergamies, man. They date up, bro. I mean,
What was the word?
yeah.
I've never heard that word.
Hypergamy.
Oh, Ty, I'm gonna look that shit up, dog. Shit.
Yeah, hypergamy. Yeah, they date like upper social status, more money. So they find a guy that has more money, more social status, more funny, more competent than you.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna want him instead.
More desirable
So,
characteristics. Yeah.
yeah. So it's hard, dude. It's hard, man. Like and the thing about this too, like women are kind of like they like to victimize themselves in a way where like, oh, I just wanted to move on because I just
The
wanted to
damsel,
find myself.
the damsel in distress.
Yeah, bro. It sucks because I hate to bring this up, Peter, but my ex girl left me for a rich man, a rich boy, a rich guy, and it sucks. But it's a shitty feeling to be at the other side of that situation. And
Hey, man.
honestly, man, it's just motivation to me. It's motivation. Once I get my Bugatti, I'm fucking take a goddamn selfie and I'm fucking send it to her, and I'm gonna tell her about Bugatti, bro.
That's so petty. Dude.
serious.
That's like
I'm serious.
that's like a positive petty, right? You're doing good in your life, but you want to let her know
This
that
could have
hey,
been you.
you
It could have
trade-
been us.
you-
Could have been us. But nah, but like
Oh,
she's the one that lost it, man. I was like,
Oh my god.
But I'm glad. See, I think that's the real test for women as well. I was actually thinking about this too, making a game where like, let's test the woman, see if she would cheat on you for another man that with status and money. Put it to the test.
That's funny.
Actually,
I'm
there's
sure.
a game show.
I'm sure.
already
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I'm sure there's videos like that already exist on YouTube, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? 'Cause that's content too, but they don't. But they do that with guys with like girls that are prettier. Ain't that crazy how the world works? Like, it's unreal, man. But yeah, man, it's true. It's a real thing, and hopefully I find my loyal, beautiful wife down the road,
Yeah.
and hopefully she won't leave me whenever I'm struggling.
Or yeah.
I don't want to say the B word.
What
B
bitch?
R O K E.
Oh, yeah.
I
that's the
can't
word.
manifest that, bro. I can't manifest that. I gotta think about something else,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. What do you think about that situation?
I was like,
Is it
wait a second. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, right? Is like you're selling yourself to somebody,
Yeah,
That's why like the skill of selling is so useful in your life, because you can be a piece of shit, but if you can sell yourself to people, right, your employer, to a girl, right, or into anything, right, then you can get in the door, so that'll help you. But the commitment piece to follow through to what you sold them on has to also be there, right? So what I've learned in my many jobs that I've had is just sell yourself and then commit to being the best version of yourself in that job. That's what I think about it. Because like he says it in the very beginning of that video, he says women date across or up, So you have to either meet her at where she thinks she's at, or you have to sell her on the idea of, I'm somebody, dude. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss out, and then she'll hop on board. I mean, that's why they'll make
that's
that.
facts, dude.
They'll make that, that's why they stick That's why, you know, some women stay in relationships because, oh shit, dude, I can't do any better than this guy, you know. So it's either you you lower down your standards to that kind of woman, or maybe you meet, you know, a woman who's, you know, dope, and you're not quite there, but you can sell yourself, round yourself up, you know, or maybe she'll kind of round you up depending on what you got going on in your life or who you surround yourself with too. All that
The
shit,
sugar
man.
mama.
Yeah, dude. You know, one of the biggest things that a guy can do is groom themselves. You know, take care of yourself, smell good. You know, have a good haircut, trim your fingernails. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth and shit like that. Does wonders, man. You know, basics.
That's true, man. Good hygiene. Yep.
Yeah.
That's true, dude. It's so hard for today's day and age to date, man. You know what the crazy thing is? So I was listening to this podcast, and it's bro, this is gonna be something like in maybe 50 years from now, 100 years from now.
Oh boy.
But we're gonna they were saying that right now is the biggest population that we're ever gonna have because nobody's making any more babies.
Yeah.
The generation is lowered.
Yeah.
So in maybe 50 years from now, there's gonna be a lot of old people and
Yeah.
not a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Korea's having that pandemic. Japan's having that pandemic. China's getting there. Africa is actually rising. So that's crazy, dude. I remember, I think they're saying like South Korea within 100 years they're gonna have a really big problem for population growth.
Yeah. I can see that.
I don't.
I think Elon Musk talks about that too, about that being a kind of like a crisis. Like
Yeah.
But man, that's the wild thing, man. It's like nothing is right now. Nothing is like really kind of motivating people to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Or to get
Yeah,
married.
the
and
money
shit.
situation.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
economic. It doesn't economically kind of make sense to have kids or to get married, right? Because if they're gonna get
Right.
divorced, you know, half your shit's gone. You know, so
Right,
there's-
right.
It's almost as if there's an agenda going on. I don't want to get into
Hey,
conspiracy.
that's a scary thought, man.
Don't want to get into
That's a scary
conspiracies.
thought, man.
So America is losing its world power. I think it's kind of been on a downtrend, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's why we need guys.
China's coming over, Russia.
Yeah, we need Chads, man. We need guys to step up, man.
I think this is the first thing that America should do.
Okay.
Ban porn.
Ooh, man, you trying to start a civil war, dude, man? Oh my god. Oh, there's gonna be there's gonna be a bunch
that's
of
the number one thing.
there's gonna be a bunch of like illegal porn, dude. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be like little porn houses and on every block. Hey man, you need some porn, dude? I got you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, that's another that's $1 billion industry, but I'm trying to rack up on that. But honestly, even if you ban corn, people still gonna find ways to do it, man.
I'll do
But,
imagination, dude. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, man, when we didn't have like the internet like we did now, smartphones and everything. It was just imagination, dude. It's jerking off to imagination, dude.
You know, those are more meaningful, man. To be honest, bro, it's like you're spiritually, you know,
In it.
making love.
Yeah. If you can,
It's
you
true.
visualize it, it's like, oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Just little kids.
The
jerking
weirdest
off.
thing
That's
that
so-
I ever jerk off to was a magazine page from Kmart. It was the bikini section.
Oh, man.
So I ripped out a piece of the model, and I put it on like an envelope, not an envelope, but the plastic. What is it, the Ziploc bags? Zip in this so make sure it doesn't get wet. Anything that picture was used until it just got like.
It faded.
Wet
The
and-
color faded.
Anyway. And I couldn't
That's how
remember.
long I had it. The color faded
It
from
was.
the light exposure.
I hid it. For mom, I hid it behind the toilet. So every time I took, the reason why I took forever to the toilet, it wasn't because I was shitting, and now you know why.
That's so
And I'm
funny,
glad we
dog.
had 3 bathrooms in that house.
Oh shit, dog. That's funny, dog. I have that to look forward to. My kids, man, my sons. I'm like, you taking too long of a shower, dude. Get the fuck out.
You know, it's funny, dude. My brother Jerry's having talks about catching Jaden too. It's so funny, bro. Like, he's out. He told me a couple stories too. It's so funny, man. But like he doesn't like he understands, you know. Like,
Yeah,
Jerry
yeah,
understands. He's just like it is what it is, man.
Oh man,
He try to tease you a little bit, but it is what it is, bro. It's funny as hell.
it's
It's a stage in the guide, man.
Yeah,
It's a
dude, that
stage.
puberty age, man, it's fucking crazy, man. You know, it's like I don't want to do it, but I can't fucking stop thinking about it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's so true, bro.
humanity's disgusting, dude. That's what it is. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next video. My god, that was such a good moment. That was a great moment.
What women need
I think you're gonna like this next one too, man.
what women need to know about men is that men are very sensitive because in being the giver, you are completely dependent on the receiver to make what you give valid. So if the woman does not appreciate or accept what he's giving and makes conditions like, don't give me that, give me something else, or don't give it this way, give it some other way, it frustrates the masculine instinct of the man, and they withdraw and just give up.
Oof, man. I felt that message, man. That hit me right in
I
the
can relate,
feels.
man. I could definitely relate because if it doesn't get reinforced, if good behavior isn't reinforced, then it becomes we don't repeat it, man. It's just how humans are too. Like if we don't get appreciated for doing certain things, then we just subconsciously don't do it. I mean, there's some things that I do, and I do it for myself, and she just happens to be there. But there are some times that I do it for her, specifically her, and doesn't get appreciated, and it just doesn't feel respected, so it gets dropped. So, yeah, I totally believe that,
You know,
man.
that's why I have my own project. This our brand right here, you know. After like a 12-hour shift, I come home. My kids are not excited to see me. You know, they're on their fucking tablets. They're playing the Nintendo Switch. My wife is on, you know, scrolling through Facebook. I don't have anything to eat. I'm just like, you know what? I have Frankie. I have Frankie.
Hey, man.
I have Frankie to look forward to. Fuck these people, dude. Dude, that's why friends are so important, dude. Oh my god, dude. If I didn't have no friends, dude, I'd be fucking miserable, dude. This is what you got to look forward to, brother. Is like just every now and then. Most of the time, you're not gonna be appreciated.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
You come
Fair
home,
call.
kids don't give a fuck about you. Like all I'm doing is legacy for you kids. You know what I'm saying? But they don't. You know, it's not their fault. They're kids. And then my wife,
Yeah,
she got her. She's in her own world sometimes. You know, and I'm just like in my moment of need. You know, I don't get it, and I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm about to be in the bathroom for a bit. I'm gonna take a shower. Don't bother me. Oh shit, dog.
Where's that Kmart magazine at?
Oh shit, dog. It's funny.
Yeah, dude. You know, that's true, man. That's hard reality too. That there's this saying that I saw that you know, in life, you teach your kids true love, but your kids teach you self love.
Mm.
And I believe that so much because like they don't care. I mean they don't care until whenever they're older. They're like, oh man, now my parents are older. I have my own kids. Now they start to kind of turn the table a little bit. But right now, man, it's all about them.
Yeah.
When are you gonna feed me, Dad? When are you gonna um go to work and feed me and buy me some toys?
Yeah.
I want that toy. I want that toy. I want this toy. So it is all like self love for them, and like you understand that, and you show them true love from working and supporting them and giving them what they need and what they want.
100%,
So
dude.
it's a tough life, bro.
Yeah.
It's a tough job as a dad, man.
Yeah,
I can't imagine, bro.
Nobody fucking told me, man. I think my parents did tell me, but I thought I was smarter than them at the time.
That's fair.
That's funny. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough job, bro. Tough job.
So women
I'm
out there,
working,
you know what I'm saying? Women out there understand that piece, and for the guys too. You know, like you understand, like you're feeling a type of way because of this natural instinct of in us men is that we want to give, we want to provide. You know, it's instinct, and then we get that reciprocated through just appreciation, right? Whatever your love language is, but you know, that's that piece.
So the solution to that is to appreciate men or whatever they do, right? Or like appreciate your loved one on what they do and call them out on it, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about them, I guess, like appreciating too much? Because I feel like that could also be something that could be overlooked in a way.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, it could be too much?
But some motherfuckers don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like some dudes are bums, you know. But I think like with in the case of like people who are just trying, right? Like they don't have to be like super ambitious and I want to take over the world and make $1 million, you know. And like normal people just want to, you know, chill and you know, chill, right? So I think like this is the message of, you know, guys need to step it up, right? It's because like it's because of the lack of that ambition, right? Like you don't have to take over the world, but to regularly improve is important for you know a healthy relationship, a healthy family household. You know, I say that because like as you continuously grow, as your kids grow, right? The more that you have, you know, the more you're responsible for, and it takes a different level of you. Especially with the world around us, you know, technology is always changing and growing. The economy is always, you know, going up. It's fluctuating. If you don't grow and adapt to these changes around us, you know, you're going to fall behind financially. You're going to fall behind, and that's going to affect it's going to be a domino effect to the rest of your life, right? In the other areas, your family life, social status, right? Your income and all this other shit. So that's why I like the importance of being ambitious in life, or at least continuously growing yourself, right? Improving yourself, being a better version of yourself. So important. It's to grow your relationship. I think, you know, one of the, something that Grant Cardone says, right? A sales dude. He says that you can always grow your happiness, you know, like your marriage can always be improved on. You know, your income can always be improved on. You know, every aspect of your life can always be improved on. You know, there's no such thing as perfect. And so I adapt that to my life, and that's why, you know, I'm where I'm at. I'm happy, but I'm not, you know, settling for where I'm at. You know, I'm gonna continue to build upon, you know, my successes. So
That's true, man. It's that kind of relates to going to can't be complacent on where you're at, and always striving for the discomfort, man. It's life, dude. Like it sucks, but you just gotta keep on being discomfort, man. That's the truth, bro. If you really want to grow and be successful, you can't be content.
yeah, I agree 100%. So yeah, you know, like I think like you can kind of tell when somebody is trying and they just suck. You know, you can tell in their habits, right? And so for like for supporters, right, the women, appreciate those little efforts, because today he may suck shit, but his little efforts, his regular efforts are going to compound and grow. That, that's the thing about growing, man. Like,
And get a fucking Bugatti.
yeah. Yeah. Just you wait. And this is
Fucking
such
wait, man.
this is such a great conversation, because like I think people are so quick to give up. Like people expect people to have their shit together already, you know what I'm saying? And that's just not the case. Like me and my wife, we're always growing, dude. Like we're always getting into arguments, but we're always growing, maybe it's a communication error, economic adjustment, other family members, affecting our lives. Our kids are growing, So I think people gotta just, stop being a bitch, and sometimes your relationship is struggling. Like I've never shared this before, but I'm gonna share it because like I think it's so important. Like me, like the reason why like I'm this way is because of how my parents and their relationship was, right? So for the longest time, they got married young. For the longest time though, they are a great example of a toxic relationship. Most people would have got the fuck out, but because my mom, was a great supporter, and that's why like I get that characteristic, and my dad's a great provider. I get that great characteristic from him, but he just had a bad habit. Mental health wasn't around when he needed it. But anyways, long story short, they're a toxic relationship. They stuck it out, and that's why like their kids know what love is. Their kids know how to love deep and love strong. How to be loyal, how to be down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like I appreciate my sisters very much. Because we went through that together, and then to this day we still communicate on a regular basis, and we're probably gonna try to do stuff together. But like people got to be willing to go through the fire and to come out on the other end, strong, like a phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, man. I think parenting, it's a great example of how your kids are going to turn out like too. So like, it's really important. I mean, I'm glad you and Baku are working things out, and I was trying to figure it out and communicate. That's awesome, man. I'm glad. Hopefully your kids could take your flaws and your greatness to mold it to their own, and be great as well.
Cool. Thanks, man.
That's all we could do.
All right, let's go on to the last video, man.
Thing number
Dante's watching, Shakala's watching, and Dish Lu. It says sup ninjas. What up?
That's funny. Did he say ninjas?
We're watching
or,
the last video, guys.
Did he say ninjas or did he say the?
No, he said ninjas.
Oh, okay. Oh.
He said the. Yeah, he said ninjas.
Okay, all right, cool.
Thing number 7 that men do to ruin their lives is that they don't keep a brotherhood of like-minded men around them. They don't have a band of brothers. They are not part of a tribe. The thing that men do that really ruins their life is that they live like an island. You act like a lone wolf. You are not meant to be a lone wolf. You are not meant to be an island. You are meant to find like-minded dudes who share your core values. Because if you're like, dude, these are my core values, these are my non-negotiables, this is how I roll in life. I'm an extreme, unreasonable, impatient motherfucker that wants to make a lot of money, be fit and jacked, be self-actualized and self-disciplined, and do a lot of good for humanity. And I find other dudes like that to connect with. That's my tribe. That's my band of brothers. That is the brotherhood that I belong to.
Nah.
Whew, that is pretty strong, man. That's true, man. I strongly believe that because you gotta share ideas, man. You gotta grow together. You can't just be by yourself all the time because it can get really lonely, man. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't suggest that for anybody. That's where depression comes.
Yep.
That's when addiction to corn is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's just you alone, and then corn, and then more corn.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, brotherhood is definitely important, man. You get to
Join
share
the
your
Discord,
minds,
man.
so-
Join the Discord. That's the brotherhood right there, man.
Dantu says 100% agree. Tish Lu says happy J4th. Happy J4th, man.
What is Independence Day? Cool. America's independence from England, I believe. Well,
You know why they celebrate Independence Day?
yeah. It was during when British tried to come over and claim this place.
You're probably right, man. I
I got a D in history. That's my grade letter D explanation of that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate, though. So
That's funny, dude.
we're gonna stick with that.
But what the fuck were we saying? Oh yeah, brotherhood. I think going back to our previous conversation too, right? Is like, when you don't have that support from family, you got that support from this family, the brotherhood, Or I think ultimately, it's that conversation is so different. That connection is so different from like your homies. You know what I'm saying? That brotherhood is, you can vent certain things that you can't vent to your wife and to your kids. You know what I'm saying? The language is totally different. The mindset is totally different. So that's why, like, you need your close friends. You need that brotherhood, right? To trade ideas, to say some dumb shit, right, and not be judged. Because if you share that same shit, right, with your wife, she might think, dude, stop fucking around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, man.
Or they might just might not know how to reciprocate, that kind of language. So that's why, like, that group is so important.
Yeah, so so a good example, man. Whenever I try to talk to my ex about like situations and stuff, and like she'll always give me like the most simple solution, like then just don't do it. You know what I mean? Like just like example, like if you don't like it, then just turn away from it. It's more like complex than that, obviously. So like.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to get to the end, and she's kind of pointing at the logic of doing it or not doing it. You know what I mean? And if we're talking to the homies, is more like, okay, how do we push through, and what's stopping you? And so it's a different perspective of like answering that problem, other than like the logic way to do it. Like, oh, just stop, or just don't.
Yeah.
Change it out. So yeah, man, I tried to with woman, man. It's just a different perspective, bro. Like,
the communication is so different, dude.
I completely stopped even talking about like situations with her at a point too. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna, because I know exactly what she's gonna say.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm not gonna try to talk to you about this. Yeah.
Cool, dude.
But yeah, man, I completely agree, dude. That's it's really important, man. That's why I keep you down to and Philip and all the homies aligned, man. And you guys are the homies, bro. We talk about anything, everything, cars to corn to
Cool.
problems, mental health.
This was a good episode, dude. Is there anybody in the chat saying anything? Nobody on Twitch?
Yeah, Dantu actually just said something. He says, whenever I hang out with Losa, Frankie, Peter, Anthony, my wife always feels like the third wheel.
Yeah. Cause you are, bitch. Cause you are. This is not about you no more, dude. That's how my wife feels too, dude.
It's funny, dude. Like, cause with Kalea, Dantu's wife, man, like you can kind of tell she's kind of salty to him. She's kind of salty about it. She'll kind of try to like bash on like down to or something, and like we all just gang up and like bash on her. Like it's so funny, dude. It's
That's
so
funny.
funny, bro. Like, yeah, that's so true, man.
Ah, that's funny. Yeah, my wife feels the same way too. Like whenever I hang out with like even when I'm like doing this, she kind of feels like, man, you know. And then or when I hang out with my buddies here, it's so funny. He's like, dude, let me. Be
You got your time.
Let me be a
Let
dude.
me do my time.
Let me be a dude, man. Come on. That's so funny. Cool.
Datu says she does. She keeps on saying that Loso is my second wife. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Loso's. I think Loso's at Datu's house more than
Morning
Khalil
clear.
is.
Yeah.
I see that guy all the time, man.
Shit, that's funny, dog.
I think I've ever seen his clothes over there.
He got his own room. his
His own
toothbrush.
area.
His toothbrush is in the bathroom. He's like, dog, what the fuck? He's paying rent now. Oh shit, that's funny, dog. That's hella funny.
That would be a pretty funny video too.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, yeah, man. Let's go and end today's episode, bro. Today's episode was pretty nice, man. It was a good episode. Next week we're doing poker, right?
Yes. Hang out with us,
Yep.
man. Watch us talk shit. Watch us, bet money and watch Frankie cheat. Last time Frankie cheated,
I'm
but
gonna
I
hack,
think this time I'm gonna treat, man, in order to win that gas money.
Please, man. Somebody take that title from me, bro. I'm going insane, going berserk, bro.
Oh man.
I went back and watched the previous one, and like, dude, I was just waiting for Philip to do something, dude. And right when he like got to the bait, I was like, yes, all in. Oh man, it was such a good.
That one play, yeah, that one play that
Yeah,
knocked him
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
like I think we were kind of like almost kind of like hyping him up in a way, and then like he just fell for the trap, and they're like, boom.
You activated my trap. That was a good play, man. That was a good play.
Yeah, dude. It was good, man. I watched it a couple times. I'm like, what happened? I was like, okay, that's okay. I was waiting for it. So it was just a lot of like, emotions going in. So we kind of like feed into Philip's emotion. Philip, what did he get? He won the previous hand. He's a fucking beast.
He ain't got shit, dude. He ain't got shit. Go in, Philip.
Yeah. And then boom. Oh man, it was good.
He lost it all.
It was good.
He's like, oh shit. I remember he was like, oh shit. I didn't think you had it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good though. Dante, man, come join us next time, dude. It's fun. It was so fun.
It's 7 players right now. Like me, it's just me and Frankie. So we're looking for 5 players for next week. Probably Philip will get on. He was trying to get on. He was trying to get on mid month last. I think like 2 weeks ago or something. He's like poker.
Really?
He's like poker. I was like, it's the first of every month, brother. The first of every month. He's like, oh shit. But
Dante said, what time? Hey, Dante, we do poker after the stream, so around 8 o'clock. We usually end around 7:30, get 30-minute break, and then but we're usually just on stream, but we don't start the stream, the poker game until maybe 8, so 10 p.m. over there, your time. And yeah, dude, it's fun, man. We just kind of fuck around, talk shit, and then play poker, dude. It's pretty fun.
I was crushing
what?
it. I was crushing it in the practice, man. I was crushing it in the practice.
Yeah, he was.
And then when the real game started, dude, I was the first one out. I was like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, bro. We had a boost Peter's ego in the first practice games.
Oh, they fucked me up, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a live Omegle chat after this. So if you guys wanna watch those interaction, just go onto the Discord, and you'll see it on the Discord. But we're not gonna stream it live because you who knows what's gonna happen. But we're gonna go on live on the Discord only. So if you guys
send a link to the chat, man, so that way people can get it.
Oh, it's on the link tree. So if you go to the link tree, go to the Discord, and it's under the Thursday live stream. And Dante said how many players? There's gonna be 7 players. Last time we had
We had,
Six,
I think we had 6. Yeah.
6, 5, 6, 7, 6. Yeah, I think we had 6 players last time. So yeah, there's only 7 players, so 5 slots left. So I think Doctor might join next week. So
Cool.
I'll remind you, Doctor. But hey guys, if you guys want to join us at Omegle, it's gonna be so fun. We're gonna talk to strangers and racist people. So join us, man. We're gonna talk shit to them and try to get their life straight and tell them to not be racist because that's not cool.
No, I don't know what it is, man.
N-words.
I don't know what it is, but like these rednecks, they just feel so empowered to say the N-word, dude, with the R.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of that, bro.
Oh shit. So
That's crazy.
You know, in
but
our
yeah, guys, join us.
in our last, so I'm kind of promoting Omegle,
Yeah.
but in our something interesting, like in our trial last time that we did it, right, was that I noticed editing the videos, there's a lot of like insecure people, right? Some kind of insecurity in it, and then so they're going to Omegle for that, to have these social interactions. So I think that's real interesting. And then there's of course some people who are bored, but
That's true, man. We had some pretty cool connections. The one that we talked to, they seem like they're pretty competent in a way, right?
Yeah. Dude, some young people, man.
But it's
That's pretty
cool. That chick, man, that was something else.
I don't know. I didn't know why you didn't skip sooner, dude.
Yeah, that's so funny, though. She
Dude,
came right back as I was talking.
Dog, that clip was like 7 minutes, dude. I was like,
Really?
dude.
Dang.
God. So yeah, if you're still watching,
Dang.
join us on Discord, so we watch us go live on Omegle. It's gonna be fun.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Next week and smoker next week, guys. Peace. Oh man, Omega is so fun, dude. It was actually kind of hard for me to start off with, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it actually unlocked a lot of